But the fact that I hopped on Twitter yesterday and I find out that CM Punk, after what he said 2 months ago, that now he's putting out a shirt. And again, if you look at the shirt and you're like, okay, yeah, he supports trans people. Okay, weird flex, but okay. But then you see the 100% of the royalties will be donated to the Trevor Project. Now, I don't know if you guys know what the Trevor Project is, but I'll just say this. No matter what they make themselves try and seem like, they've advocated for certain books to be read by children. And I'll tell you guys the same thing that I said in my video that I did a couple months ago when CM Punk came out with the stuff that he said after Collision about support trans youth and support trans kids and all this other stuff, right? I don't care if you support the LMNOP community. I don't care if he can wear trans flags, gay flags all day long. But when it comes to the kids, you got to leave that shit alone, fam. I'm not going to sit here and use the word that everybody else uses, which is the word mutilation, because it's never been a part of my vocabulary, and it'll never be a part of my vocabulary. I've never used the word mutilation. I'm not going to start using it now. But it is what it is. I mean, people aren't wrong when they do use it. It's just one of those bandwagon words that I just choose not to use. But we know what they're doing to kids. We know what's happening. We know what a kid has to go through physically in order to be, quote-unquote, trans. I've said this before and I'll say it again. All the wokeness that we've seen in mainstream media has hit the world of professional wrestling. And I'm not saying it's not in WWE. I'm sure it's there as well. We've seen little crumbs and glimpses of it over in WWE as well. And I don't even, this is coming from somebody like, it's not like I'm sitting here. I'm not even like a parent or like, anything like that. Or a guardian or anything like that. I don't work with kids or nothing like that. I don't like kids. I can't stand kids. I find them to be annoying as shit. But at the end of the day, we all know they're innocent. At the end of the day, we all know that they're impressionable. At the end of the day, we all know that they are the future of humanity. And yet CM Punk has now officially advocated for trans youth. Because now 100% of the royalties will be donated to the Trevor Project. The same Trevor Project that just announced yesterday, Wayne Brady has now identified as pansexual. What? If I were a betting man, I would say that since CM Punk is the biggest star of the company, and we could probably call AEW mainstream now at this point, that someone wasn't in his ear. We saw you 2 months ago supporting our agenda. We need to go one step further in supporting our agenda. Wrestling's #1 virtue signaler, officially now, CM Punk. What pro wrestling is going to do, where pro wrestling is going to be 2 or 3 years from now, kind of scares me. And I hope I'm wrong. But what do you guys think is going to happen when the CM Punks of the world are doing this? When the CM Punks of the world are out here virtue signaling for some scary shit, and then putting it on sale for all of you wrestling fans to buy. I'll tell you what happens. It's going to trickle down. It's going to become a standard. A million times I've said before, imagine wanting to be a professional wrestler, and then you find yourself having to cape for shit like this. And if you don't let the door hit you on the ass. That's what they're going to tell you. Don't be surprised if you don't see TV the next week. That's what they'll tell you. Or in this day and age, a lot of these executives and a lot of these people don't have the balls to say shit to anybody's face. They just won't fucking book you. They just won't put you on TV anymore. Imagine wanting to be an NFL player. Imagine wanting to be a basketball player. Imagine wanting to be a volleyball player. Or I'll do you one better. Imagine wanting to just be a normal female college swimmer. And then you find yourself having, not wanting, not somewhat being pressured, not, hey, it would be cool if you did this or if you stood for this or stood for that. No. Have to cape. Have to support. Have to stand in front of a camera, smiles and all, and literally having to say support trans kids. I sure as fuck couldn't do it. But a lot of these people, a lot of these wrestlers out here, they're going to find out real quick. Oh, yeah, we're going to have to cape for this. Because it's already been done with the whole gay shit. It's already been done. Like, you could tell some of these wrestlers, they do not want to get in a ring with some of these dudes that are in here doing this weird shit. Like, it's one thing to be gay. It's another thing to actually do gay shit in the ring. We've seen plenty of it on the indies. Some of it in AEW. And in WWE, don't get me wrong, we've seen it there as well. WWE's been there longer, so of course we're seeing a lot of the weird gay stuff in WWE as well. But the difference between AEW and WWE is that the inmates aren't running the asylum. The employees are not running the entire company. Look, I'm not going to sit here and try and bash AEW on their management skills. But, bro, this right here is bad optics. Period. There's no reason why we need to see CM Punk coming out with a shirt dedicating 100% of the proceeds to fucking Trevor Project. I encourage everyone that watches this video to do some research on the Trevor Project. It ain't good. But this confirms me not watching AEW ever since the month of June. I watch clips, yeah, of course. Ever since the month of June, I have never given them one penny out of my wallet. Because it's about time that we start standing up for this shit. It's about time that we stop. It's about time that I start putting my money where my mouth is. Because like I said, if CM Punk's doing this, imagine where wrestling is going to be 3 or 4 years from now, if even that. And much like what you're going to see in the comment section when you click on this on this Twitter post, on this tweet. All these comments, yeah, all the ignorant people need to be blocked. I can't believe all these people are saying all this terrible stuff. Yeah, I might end up buying 3 of these. Wow, man. And here we go, man. So, you know how the Elemental P community, actually, people in general love to say, like, they love to act like people can't change after years. Well, when it comes to caping for the Elemental P community, and when it comes to caping for quote-unquote trans kids, you get a pass on everything. Somebody even said, didn't he call a fan a homo back in 2010? Now, again, from somebody like me that is, like, you shouldn't hold anybody to that, and I'm not holding CM Punk to that at all. But the fact that this guy brought it up and then somebody wants to say, oh, well, aren't you the same person 13 years ago? Most people grow up and evolve and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, I need y'all to have that same energy for, I don't know, maybe President Trump. And I'm not even a Trump fan, so I'm not even a Trump supporter. So don't even say that, oh, I'm sitting here, I'm one of these MAGA happy. No, I'm not. I'm just saying, if you're gonna say it's this way on one side, you gotta say it's the same way on the other side. Period. I do like this one though. Somebody says, "Cool, I promote cotton candy." I think that's a sarcastic one. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and like this comment right here. Somebody said, "Disgusting." I 120 million% agree. And this person says the one thing I've been saying for the past 5 years when it comes to pro wrestling. This is disgusting. Stop promoting agendas and focus on fucking wrestling. Period. But, capers are going to cape. Virtue signalers like CM Punk are going to fucking virtue signal. And there's nothing that anybody is ever going to be able to do about it. Except make videos like I'm doing right now. That's it. And maybe people are, look, my objective is not to have people, rally together or anything like that. My purpose of making this video is simply to let you guys know The agenda is here, and it is loud and clear. Instead of hitting the brakes after that shit that CM Punk pulled a couple months ago on Collision, they let him put his foot on the gas and keep it there. Anyways, man, let me know what you guys think, man. God, I'm tired of talking about this disgusting shit, to be honest. But if it seems like I'm the only person talking about it, so I guess I'll be the only fucking person to stand up and talk about it. I don't care. But I'm not going to sit here. Somebody as big of a fucking wrestling fan as I am, sit here and as big of a fucking CM Punk fan as I used to be, man. This sucks. But, I got over that a few months ago anyways. Like, this dude, CM Punk, has always been delusional, and it seems like he'll always be delusional. But because he's a big draw, they'll just let him be delusional. Anyways, man, hit that like, that subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy Corn, and I am yOuTh.